In this video, the team led by Lagena, metal detection specialist Gary Drayton, and archaeologist Fiona Steele investigates a mysterious stone foundation on Lot 5 on the western side of Oak Island. The team has been working on the discovery for 2 years and has discovered a number of clues that point to it possibly being related to the mystery surrounding Oak Island. The discoveries include iron tools connected to Sir William Phipps, an English politician from the 17th century who plotted with a high-ranking Freemason named Andrew Belcher to bury a massive cache of Spanish silver and gold on Oak Island in 1687. Gary is permitted to identify possible metal targets in the Lot 5 feature, which has grown 2 to 3 times in size from when it first appeared. Nevertheless, the feature is still not fully exposed, and it takes time to accomplish it correctly. According to Gary, there are only 3 metals that can produce that sound: copper, lead, or gold. The team wants to locate the gold and invite Gary to do a gold dance, which they intend to do next. The crew is seeking to solve the enigma of the Lot 5 stone foundation and its relation to the Oak Island mystery. They are excavating and calling back for additional exploration when the pit is nearly finished. They are also looking into a non-ferrous target discovered on Lot 5, which lies on the island's western edge. Jack Begley, Craig Tester, and El Nian are searching for an elaborate copper button that might provide information about the feature's inventor, the brick building in the swamp, and perhaps even the money pit. The group is eager to hear Emma Culligan's scientific evaluation of the button since they think it's rather special. X-ray fluorescence mapping creates a 2-dimensional image that highlights an object's finer details and can assist in determining when it may have been generated by using highly concentrated X-ray radiation to assign colors to individual elements on the surface structure that leads directly to the eye. Dr. Spooner's cores reveal ancient industry. In 2019, the crew discovered the swamp's eye was a man-made structure when examining a puzzling circular creation in the triangle-shaped marsh. Formation of boulders. After researching organic elements, Dr. Spooner revealed startling information to the crew about the feature's creation dates, which range from 1680 to 1700. The crew is currently investigating the possibility that 17th century English treasure hunter and politician Sir William Phipps and his Masonic companion Captain Andrew Belcher hid a massive treasure stash in the money pit. The team hopes to date these logs after discovering iron tools in Lot 5's circular feature that were scientifically related to William Phipps's birthplace. These enormous logs give the impression that the area serves a purpose, as working in a bog requires a platform. Phipps could be an option. If it was 1680 or earlier, the squad will continue to search for additional metals. In order to examine the eye of the swamp and its potential connection to the 2 artificial features, Bobby Dazzlers and Top Pocket discoveries are used. At the National Historic Site of L'Anse aux Meadows in Newfoundland, Marty Lagena, researchers Doug Crowell, Emiliano Stell, archaeologist El Nen, and archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan are meeting with Parks Canada manager Loretta Decker and archaeologist Kevin Smith. The site, which is approximately 31 square miles in size, is currently the only confirmed Viking settlement in North America. Since its discovery in 1960, nearly 800 Viking and Norse artifacts have been found, along with the remains of 8 buildings and a forge for making iron tools. L'Anse aux Meadows is the first evidence of European presence in North America, with the Norse arriving from Greenland around 1,000 years ago. The team came to L'Anse aux Meadows because they followed an east-to-west passage led by Norwegian explorer Helge Ingstad, which led them to Scandinavia, and found evidence that the Norse might have been involved on Oak Island. They are now looking for more evidence at L'Anse aux Meadows that may help connect the descendants of Vikings and the Knights Templar to the Oak Island mystery.
Operation with the television network, the brothers were able to recover the funds that they had previously spent on their travels to the island. Their research activities attained an entirely new level after receiving financial support from the network and other investors. It is essential to note, however, that despite the influx of wealth, the Lagena brothers and their new investors did not make any noteworthy discoveries during the first 2 seasons of their program. This is something that must be recognized. Despite this, they demonstrated an admirable amount of patience, which is commendable because, as the saying goes, patience is a virtue. After 3 seasons of searching, the explorers on Oak Island finally made significant discoveries that aroused their curiosity. The discovery of a ceremonial Roman sword suggested that Roman soldiers may have visited Oak Island before Christopher Columbus. This major accomplishment opened a floodgate of opportunities for the crew, and as they diligently combed the island for riches, they discovered a wide variety of artifacts and antiquities. A handcrafted replica of a map of France was one of their discoveries, which aroused their interest in the artifact. In order to conduct the analysis, they enlisted the assistance of historian and maritime expert Zena Halpern. After determining that the map was created in 1647, Halpern theorized that the resources it indicated may have originated in Africa. During the course of their investigation, the Lagena brothers and the rest of their crew discovered fragments of a book, which further investigation revealed to be a bookbinder. After making this discovery, the brothers began to contemplate the possibility that they had not yet discovered additional buried manuscripts on the island. A fragment of parchment made from animal skin was yet another fascinating artifact discovered. William Chappell and Frederick Blair, explorers of Oak Island, have been hypothesized to be involved. In the 15th century, when the document was created, only the wealthy could afford to dispatch mail. In addition, the explorers discovered a number of gold coins near a pit that became known as the Money Pit. This location sparked the island's obsession with treasure that has persisted for the past 2 centuries. Unfortunately, a recurring issue with flooding halted Chappell and Blair's treasure hunting expedition. Children, it was not surprising that they were both exceptionally skilled at the activity. As soon as Ricky, then 10 years old, stumbled upon a boulder and became intrigued by the concept of unearthing buried treasure, their passion for treasure seeking was ignited. Even though their first attempt to search the boulder for treasure failed, it set them on a path that would lead them to spend the remainder of their lives engaging in similar adventures. As time passed, they gained a deeper understanding of the tales and legends surrounding Oak Island, which strengthened their resolve to investigate the island's mysteries further. The brothers Lagena and Dan Blankenship each purchased 1/2 of the stock in Oak Island tours in order to realize their dream of discovering the buried treasure and seizing it for themselves. This gang appears to be destined to follow in the footsteps of their former commander, Daniel McGinnis. McGinnis discovered a depression in the ground on Oak Island in 1796, prompting him to initiate his own search for wealth on the island. They and their associates spent approximately 10 years excavating the pit, but none of their efforts bore fruit. In the end, the Onslow Company was the one to assume responsibility for excavating the money grave, but they too were disappointed. Discovering only a stone instrument containing writing, it took over a century to translate the inscription on the stone tablet, which is believed to read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. Others relied on conjecture, such as Marie Antoinette hiding her wealth.
Someone is watching her from behind. The researchers have detected a significant impact on the K2 signal, and they are interested in what they found and whether it was the result of a straightforward mechanical issue. Researchers are trying to learn the truth about the swamp's enigmatic nature after numerous people reported seeing unusual, inexplicable events there. The plot centers on Rick and Marty Lagena, who have spent excessive amounts of time and money on this quest but are not happy with the outcome, as they attempt to uncover a mystery that dates back 2 million years on Oak Island. Marty is worried that time is running out, and that they should use the remaining weeks investigating other possible treasure sites because he thinks that if there is an Oak Island curse, it is at the Oak Island swamp. They have collected miles of data and run countless tests, all of which point to the existence of something strange beneath the acres of dark, brackish water. However, when the data is tested, the results are frequently definitive or vanish completely. Though they have not received any inconclusive data on any of these places, the team has conducted 2 types of GPR and the X6 and confirmed hits on a number of targets, including the top 4, the Earth and Berm, the Mercy area, and the new theory, the Enochian Chamber. Rick suggests that they dig something and dig it properly since he is tired of the swamp and wants to stop looking into it. Rick agrees to look at the data in the can and choose 2 sites to continue. Rank. The team is now examining a feature and artifacts that predate Anthony Graves' occupation of the property. The second item is a pipe with a slight manganese content that dates more to the early to mid-1800s. They are interested in finding out if they have found a treasure vault in the swamp where former Oak Island landowner Anthony Graves is said to have found Spanish silver coins more than 150 years ago. If so, who made it and what else might be buried deeper within it? The team thinks that because Anthony Graves paid for his goods with Spanish coins, the feature's goal is connected to him. They are committed to carrying out more research and finding additional hints on the building's background. The group is committed to learning more and uncovering additional hints regarding the swamp's past and future.